Okay, I'm getting ready to start setting up. Ugh. We were only doing a test run yesterday, so it was actually quite a surprise when so many people turned up. I figured I might as well keep on going. Managed to get about as far as the dormitory building. But just click that off. Oh, Spleep and Zero have just joined, saying hello. Glad I opened the chat room part open. Loading content. Please do not turn off your console. Load successful. Saving content. Ugh. I hope I haven't got a sore throat. I did quite a lot of talking yesterday. Okay, it's 10 o'clock, so definitely. Loading. Chris, resident storeroom. Okay. Anybody want to post any ideas of what we do first? Get rid of this. Shouldn't be anything too hard right now. I'm thinking I might just start with the the rooms. I'll start off with the bedrooms, perhaps. Maybe put the bar later, unless anyone's got a different idea. How do you get the Red Hunter? That's later on in the game when you get back to the mansion. I obviously have the link to how to do so, but just so you can repost it to anyone else who asks, I will send it to you. It's under our article, Unexpected Enemy Encounters. So what you have to do there is to go through the basement after finding George Trevor's tomb, and then instead of going immediately up the elevator, of course you can actually do it later on in the game anyway. But the point is, you have to go from the kitchen up the stairs into the tea room, which is of course the room you find Kenneth's body in. Only there will you trigger the hunter encounter. In the GameCube version it's definitely red. Though the last time I played it, it looked more grey. So for all I know, it could be a bonus hunter that doesn't always appear. Okay, well no one's presented any ideas of what else we should do, so I guess we'll just head off to the room 001 perhaps? Or 2, depending on which one's actually open. Don't think I'd need a fuel canteen just yet. Not a crank either. Oh. Just drop this around. While I do play for story, I still don't like using first aid sprays. Just the idea of having a low rank when you actually beat the game makes everything feel pointless. It's locked. The door plate reads 001. Well, it's obviously not that. Just get Plant 42's roots out of the way. Don't want any surprises. Now, I've had problems with this in the original game. I had to place it in the exact spot here, otherwise it'll just reset. Jump over. Climb. There doesn't seem to be anything useful. Then again, Chris doesn't exactly look for anything. All I see is just a small statue anyway. Cough. Moth problem there. Newspapers lie scattered about. They all seem to contain articles about stars. Nope, anything else to from what I remember, you have to be very careful and don't skip any of the text, or it will trigger the bees to come out. Though, they might have changed that this time. You got the map of the residence. There's a hole in the wall here. Ah, there we go. If you just button mash through all that to get through all the text, you'll trigger the bees to come out. So at this point you have to be actually patient. This shirt is soaked in blood. Looks like a zombie went straight to the door at one point. Possibly the lab coat one. Though it's been put on a rack, so I'm guessing somebody was turning into a zombie, but was still able, still had enough intelligence to actually put the coat away on the rack. But they've still been whacking on the door a bit. Ugh. Plant 4-2 report. 4 days have passed since the accident. The plant at point 42 is growing at an amazing rate. Although there are many unknown aspects about this plant, we know that in comparison with the other groups of plants, the T-virus has had a substantially strong effect on this one. The T-virus has drastically morphed its host's anatomy, as well as its size. Looking at its current state, it's difficult to imagine its original appearance. Nowhere on Earth will you find anything like it. We've also found that Plant 42 has two main sources of acquiring its necessary nutrients. One source is through its roots. Somehow it has rooted itself down into the basement. Immediately after the accident, a scientist went mad and destroyed the aqua ring. Ever since, the basement has been like a pool. Then again, it did have a pool in there anyway. There is a high possibility that it's one of the chemicals in the water that's promoting the Plant 42's rapid growth. However, we have yet to determine the specific chemical. A bulb-like body of Plant 42 has been sighted hanging from the ceiling of the first floor. We are sure that it used the air ducts to reach the first floor. Numerous long tentacle-like vines are protruding from the bulb. If it burrowed down into the basement and it grew into the first floor, where the hell actually was it? Was it somehow in between? Why would you put a plant there in the first place? How would it get fed? It would have to be in the basement. We believe the vines are a second means of acquiring its nutrients. When Plant 42 senses prey, it uses the tentacle-like vines to capture its prey. After doing so, suckers on the vine drain the prey of its blood. We've also noticed that it has some intelligence. When it captures its prey or when it's inactive, the vines twine around the door to stop possible intruders. Unfortunately, several of our scientists have already fallen victim to this Plant 42. When we heard the stories from the survivors, they all observed one thing in common. When the uniform petal-like flaps open and reveal its vital organs, it has a tendency to become more aggressive. One witness reported that it was as if it was trying to protect itself. Why it behaves the way it does is still unknown. May 21, 1998, Henry Sarton. Oh, there's a book right there on the table next to the quill. If you look carefully, it's got this logo on the book. That's actually, we've noticed, is in a lot of games. Like, There's even some books in Revelations that you can find on the floor that have the same design. Seems Capcom really like reusing some of their textures. Old newspapers and magazines lie on top of the bed. Someone appears to have vomited blood on some of the newspapers. Probably the same scientist with the code. Uh-oh. I don't think I'm doing anything. Ooh, spoopy. Oop. There we go. Ooh, a cowboy hat. Somebody likes partying. There's nothing special other than a cowboy hat. Bathroom. Water is leaking from the tank. I think water's leaking everywhere. Will you take the resident's key? Yes. I'm getting a notice to lower the quality of the broadcast, but that changes rapidly, so I never actually bother changing anything. Just look around for anything else. Water drips from the sink. Perhaps the valve is broken. I'll have to check, see what I've got here. Numbers 001 is imprinted. Numbers is imprinted. Oh, sorry. Numbers. 001 is imprinted. I think that's how they wanted me to read it. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything else in this room for now. I'll just check the map, see if that was everything in the bathroom. Yep, that was everything in the bathroom and everything here, so I have no need to go to that bathroom anymore. Sleep has an idea what room 001 has. Area seems empty. See how Planet 42 reacts to this. I think it'll still find a way. Oh, no, we got past it. Hooray. You used the key for room 001. I wonder if that name's been changed as well. There's no further use for this key. Discard? Yes. Ooh. It's a bit creaky. Sorry, I'm just typing something onto the Resident Evil Wiki's chat. There we go. For some reason I thought that was William Birkin then. It's got that hairstyle. This bed shows signs of having been used, which is apparently something notable. We'll take the self-defense gun. Suicide note. June 22nd, 1998. I had to do it. We ran from those things, helping each other to survive.